Previously on the Goblin Market, Dinfa, Charnak, and Ebis got front row seats to the sham trial of Henky Gullfeather, a Kyber executed for his supposed loyalty to old banished goblin kings. Magical interference at the trial and a leading follow-up interview of the crew proves that the fix was on, but not necessarily the motivations of the fixers. The faction fight has begun to clarify, though, but who is on what side remains obscured for Zagat and the crew. What they know is that they have a new mission that will take them to the relative safety of a former A-plane. They're going back to the home of the beefy but vacuous noble Gregor Wint, where they are to train him in the reaming arts and make big shows of his prowess in combat, leadership, and science. But the new normal for planeswalkers means that every mission, every decision from here on out could be their last. For some, such as Dinfa's longtime ream and friend Reese, the risk is too great. What will come of Splendor and Davman, though? And who will Dinfa take to heart at? How could a new ream be ready in time for a battle with ogres? Find out right now on the Dungeon Dads podcast.
To the river they tread, only to be swept on.
Morning and evening you may hear the cry, candies and berries and baubles to try, sweet to the tongue and sound to the eye, but heed words of caution when you then decide to come by, get, come by, get.
Just beware the Goblin Market.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. As always, I'm your DM, Tom Blaylock. You're listening to the Dungeon Dads, the Goblin Market, and I am joined today by Sam Frank, who will be playing Splendor, and also Charnak the Botanist. What's up, Sam?
How you doing, Tom? I feel like, we're delving into a new aspect of a bunch of guys hanging out together, gay or straight, which is just rampant homoerotic innuendos.
Oh, yeah, sure. It is exactly 100% how I choose to roll.
Yeah. I mean, we're really going to instruct this guy in the reaming arts.
I mean, put it that way.
I mean, I was gonna call it the boring arts, but then I was like, oh, two meanings. Originally I was thinking maybe we'll call these guys.
Listen, I don't think people will misinterpret it. Really, it's just about the three of us being encouraged to enter him at our will.
Yeah, you're
and make sure that he learns how to be more open and accepting of us.
Yeah,
slowly.
I mean, basically what I'm saying to you is your new mission is to groom, for lack of a better word, Gregor Wint. I'm sorry, John. Did you not know that this was the Dungeon Dads, a grooming podcast? I mean, dude, that was our very first sponsor. Was literally
Manscaping
grooming tools. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Anyway,
I'm slow, man. I'm slow.
I'm sorry. I don't want to make light of really anything. I want to make heavy of everything.
Light of anything. This is now going to be a serious podcast from here on out.
Get ready for point 3 of the Goblin Market season 1.
Why don't we introduce the other two members of the podcast?
Sorry.
There's no good segue, Sam. There's no good segue.
Tim Carr playing Ebis and Davman. And what's up, Tim?
What's happening? Ready to go.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, ready to have some conversations between the two of them and see what these ogres are all about.
You only got 2 hours, and I'm gonna be like holding you to like 1 minute
to
equals
2
1
hours
hour.
In real time, right?
No, not a bit of it.
This isn't going to be like 24, where we.
Oh my god!
Dun-dun.
What an awful show that was. John Watson will be playing just Dinfa. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Who knows? I think my conversation's already been had.
Yep.
So, man, we just leveled you up. Now we
I know, right? Now I don't know what to do. I'm like, whoa,
creation,
hold on. My character
You got 2 fighting styles now, man. 2
fighting styles,
You're
and-
fine. You're fine. Just close your eyes and swing that fucking glaive, man.
as Dinfa. Just go out as
That's
Dinfa.
right.
Swing
That's
the
right.
glaive.
I got the 10 strength, man. Is that it?
That's not it. No, wrong country. But nice try. Nice try, though. We don't all
Slapping
look
the
alike, Tom.
bass.
I didn't say that, but now Sam's doing the slap in the bass thing, which is
Slapping the
I
bass.
think at least minorly ethnicist. Anyway,
Beware, I'm a master of the reaming arts, Tom.
Oh, beware.
that's right. Okay, groomers, let's go. So
Is that going to be our new
God.
t-shirt? Okay,
thanks for grooming
groomer.
with us.
Okay, groomers.
I don't want to know who buys that shirt.
Okay, groomers.
Okay, groomers.
Okay. Wow. Oh man, it's daytime, and it's not even the daytime of the night. So just to quickly recap where we are, Dinfa has just had a sort of a very intense moment with Reese. Reese has told him he's not coming. I'm not going to deal with that now, John. I already know what's going to happen with this. Sorry that you do not, but I will fill you in later.
All right.
That was a great scene, by the way.
It was great.
Oh,
Terrific.
Thank you.
So here's the thing before you guys have your scenes with your reams. Whatever you need that is like sort of standard gear, you got it. So scale mail, sort of starting weapons. No one's going to get a magic weapon or anything like that. If you want weird shit, like, I mean, I'm just thinking, I'm looking at you, John, right now. I know you can't see, but like caltrops, piton, crowbars, shit like that. Don't even worry about like buying it. I'm going to deal with gold and all of that in a bit.
Okay.
So does that mean I can get rid of these rations to help my encumbrance?
Are you worried about your encumbrance?
Jesus Christ. I mean, we're not going to deal with encumbrance. For the sake of this, you will be leaving.
For a change, we're not going to be dealing with encumbrance.
Yes. You will have a very small retinue, but enough people who can carry shit for you. That just don't worry about encumbrance. Okay, so we're going to hand wave all of that, just getting your supplies. The quartermaster has taken care of you. And you know that there will be a ream master who is going to be going with you, who will be handling your quartermastering in Hardat, including gold and all of those things. And so let's get to this. Who wants to go first? Who wants to go talk to their ream?
I can go talk to Davman. I don't think it'll take very long. Davman's, on the new side, as far as reams go. But Ibis will find him and find a quiet, sort of secluded space away from other ears and explain the situation. Davman, I don't know how much you have heard about what has happened, but the Goblin market is dangerous. People are dying. And we have been given a mission that will take us away from the market for some time. But much has happened with the planes, and we don't know if we are bound to the market any longer. But we will be gone for so long. I don't think it matters. We will just have to be careful there. We are to go back to Hardat with Gregor and protect him and raise him to be the best ream he can be. And I think you would be a perfect example for him of how to be available as a reme, and it would be a tremendous help, both when we are together and when we are not. And Davman, paying full rapt attention, sort of takes this in, slowly nods. Davman, I need to know that we are going to be gone for 2 years, and if the planes do not shift back, that is 2 years here as well. And I do not know all the details of your contract, but will you come with me? And Ibis is sitting next to him since he's so short, and kind of puts her hands out. And he takes her hands, squeezes them, nods, and that's it.
Awesome. Charnak.
Hold on, I gotta get the slight insanity that I have to get into to talk to myself. And do my two voices. Well, I suppose you know why I'm here. Well, yes, my contract has become unenforceable, so now you're forced to speak to me like a person. Yes, that's about it. Let me explain what I see as my situation. I believe that you, like me, are desperate to see your contract fulfilled. That will not happen. Your contract is unenforceable, but that also means the terms on your end are unenforceable as well. I doubt that I will be able to find another reme, given the chaos of the market. I need you. And I believe that you need me. Should you accept the mission that we've been offered, 2 years and your contract will be fulfilled. That's better than you could have hoped for. Yes, I suppose that's true, but the danger has increased exponentially. How many times have I put you in the infirmary? Not many. And now, with you being my last best hope, I will treat you with the caution, security, and competence that your body deserves. We will not be taking any chances. I will see my contract fulfilled, as will you. It is a tempting offer. It is the best offer you will get, other than packing up and going home. I propose one additional condition to our agreement. Very well. We will have dinner once a week. I do not see the point of this. It does not affect her. That is my condition. Very well. Let's get ready to go.
Okay. So
Yes, Sam.
That was awesome. Both of you. Oh my God. Oh
Yes,
my
Tim.
God. All of my dreams are coming true here in this.
I'm just making us talk to ourselves so you don't have to do anything.
It was the opposite of the court case,
That's right.
where
That's
Tom
right.
was doing all of the
court
talking.
case was a lot of voices.
That was a lot of
That's
voices,
like,
yes.
I really chunked into my reserves.
Also, well done, Tom.
Oh, thank you. So you are you head over to the porthole, and it's, I can't stress this enough, that you didn't think of the Goblin Market as being a crazy crowded place, especially the areas between tents before. So when you would like leave, your mercantile tent to head to some other place, or
Mostly
even within
it's intense.
Yeah, yes. But now it just seems dead. Like there are people around, but it's hard to know if people are hiding, staying in their homes when they're not going around, or if they're actually just run off. And I think you all sort of notice this as you're making your way over to the porthole. And
Have you seen that plant there before, Ibis? I have not seen one in the Goblin Market until now. That is a tumbleweed.
And when you get to the porthole, like, it is not dark. It is normally completely dark in here. and you see that there are these torches that are on the wall that Elise usually tends, and you sort of get the sense now that when they are lit, they soak up light, and they are not lit. And Elise sees you and says, "Yes, just come in." And she like throws the rug back and says, "You're going to Hardat, right?
Yes, we are going to Hardat.
And you're going to that little hamlet somewhere near the city, halfway between the city and the manor, correct?"
Yes.
Zagat
We-
comes in.
We go to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. Sorry, yes, that was a little Hamlet.
Yeah, very good.
Boom. Mic drop.
Boom, Shakespeare.
And Zagat comes in with Gregor Went, and he sort of nods at you three and says, I understand now what we are going to be doing, and I accept the challenge, and I am up for it, gentlemen and ladies. And the crow flies
Man,
in.
I can't wait to ream you.
The crow flies in and lands on your shoulder, Dinfa, and it sort of pecks in your ear and grabs a hair that's growing there, and it like yanks it out.
Ow.
And
Hey, Dinfa, maybe we can put you in a frog.
Now is not the time. I have no idea how I'm going to help you two.
As you're sort of like getting ready to enter into the porthole, you hear a small commotion, a small group of people arriving, and you have the stone man Idea, and he is followed by 5 people who are all like various races. None of them are dressed well. These are all people who are basically straight out of the porthole. And he says, "Oh, hello. I heard I might need my services here, and I have decided to come with you on your mission." And he turns around. He motions to the 5 people, and he says, "These will be helping me in our base of operations, and the elk willing will someday make fine reams for someone to pilot." And one of them is huge and fucking drunk and stumbling all over himself, and Idea says to him, "Yes, Busk, come, keep moving. Let's go."
Isn't there one that Dinfa can ream right in the porthole?
and Idea says, "None of them are going to be ready for that kind of action today." And
What am I going to do?
They will have to be groomed for a time. I don't know. We've opened the door that I don't know if we're going to be able to close.
I think Sam's the only one that's going to keep it open, but
I know, seriously.
he's
We could
delighting
shut it.
himself.
Doors can be shut.
I regret every decision I've made to this point.
Is there no what idea? What am I going to do? I need some way to help.
I
I
have
thought
the
you were
answer.
bringing me one that was ready now.
And Idea is about to speak, and then the tall hunk of meat next to you says, "Never fear. Gregor is on the scene." And he looks at you, and he pulls. He has these like his hair is his blonde, obviously, and it's sort of curly, a little bit like Mediterranean, a little bit like oh God, who is the Believe It or Not guy? The
The
superhero
great
from the
American
80s.
hero. Greatest
Great
American,
Hero.
Oh.
He has a bit of that stature. It's a little bit like a Japanese punch perm he has, but it's long in the back, and he turns around and he lifts up his the back of his hair, and he says, "Do you see what it says back there?"
What does it say?
I don't know. You tell me.
It says ready to roll.
Okay. But it's spelled wrong. So he designed his own tattoo, obviously.
Ready to troll.
No, ready to roll, but it's ROLE. And
And REDY.
Yeah, there you go. And so
TOO.
So he goes. Yes, every word is spelled. It's sort of what I said. So he turns to you, and he says, "I've been told I'm pretty quick to attune to," and he takes your hand and he puts your hand on the back of his neck, and you have never felt this before. On his tattoo, as you touch it, your hand moves in as though there's a hole on the back of his head.
Oh.
And he says, "Nope, not so deep. We're still working on it. My stone will be there."
Okay, sorry.
And I only had plain brown rice and water for lunch. Sorry, that joke was just for a few specific people.
No, I mean, I get it. I just don't play with that stuff in my 40s. So he, as you touch it, you realize, like, I mean, it's like touching Reese. Like, you feel like you could take control of him at any point.
Okay. All right. But we're not doing that yet.
No.
Okay.
So
I can. Yes, I see. I can work with this.
So Zagat goes through first, and then Went goes through, and the rest of you make your way through, and the supply train, basically, Ideas, Reams in training, all make their way through, and you arrive in on the outskirt of a small town. Is not the right word. There are probably 8 buildings here. It looks like maybe just a farm and then an inn. And
are you really trying to avoid saying the word Hamlet again?
I'm avoiding saying the word Hamlet again. God help me, I am. And you can see that there are 4 buildings that are smoldering, that have been burned down recently. And Zagat turns to you and says, "Okay, you're all in the Golden Company now." Oh, sorry. You're all in the Golden Company now. It is time to show this town what Gregor Went is all about. And Gregor says,
"Wait, where did Went go?"
"I am here."
Oh, there's where he went.
and he says, "I will be happy to give a speech to the townfolk here, and let them know that they are under my protection." And he sort of stomps off, leading the way.
I look
toward
over
the
to
town.
Ibis. I'm like, "Don't you think maybe you should give the speech, if you know what I mean?" And he winks like super big.
Perhaps, although I am curious what voice they will need to be hearing it from. Because if they are to believe Gregor, it will be weird if his voice is constantly changing.
But you're good at doing those voices. You're the only one of us who is.
With Davmin, yes, I have not tried with anyone else.
Well, we'll see how this goes.
Zagat looks back and looks right at you, Dinfa, and says, No. You need to do it right now.
Do what?
Do not let him talk to people.
All right. So you want me to go in and talk?
Yes, in his skin, with the white hair and the whole thing, and Idir looks over and holds his arms and says, "I will catch you."
All right. And Dinfa, while he's standing near Idir, grabs Gregor and then begins to take full control.
Okay, and you guys see Dinfa.
He's staring at Ibis as he's falling unconscious.
and Idir grabs him and just tosses him on his shoulder and is carrying him like a sack of potatoes. And he turns around and he says, "You, Busk, big guy, you carry him." And what does Busk say?
All right.
Yeah,
And he throws him over his shoulder.
No. He's drunk again.
Word. Throws him over his shoulder.
Don't worry, Dinfa. I bet these people have never heard this guy talk.
And
we shall see, coming from Gregor's body.
Well, Dinfa, the trick is to try to relax your voice and not speak the words so much as try to channel them through the body the way you do a punch, if that makes sense.
Okay, real quick, let me try. I am Gregor.
Maybe we need more time.
Sorry,
I thought it was perfectly eloquent.
But it is you are taking the right steps. It just takes some mastery.
Yes, Gregor's nose is bleeding.
Zagat looks at you and is just like, "Oh shit." And she casts disguise self on herself and she looks exactly like Gregor and she says, "Just stay back here." And so she walks into town and she looks around and she like motions for all of you and then sees you, Dinfa, and like gives you the old "do not come" signal.
Do not come.
And she says, "People of the surrounding area, please come and listen. I am here to help. I have brought my guard forces and we have heard your struggles." And there's a guy who's sitting next to one of the burned out buildings and he says, "We've never heard of such a thing as kobolds riding on ogres. They came in and trashed the village. They burned things. There's one shooting fire from on top of the ogre. It's horrible. Well, we will solve the problem. Point us in the right direction and we will take care of said ogres. They're that way. We sent people to follow, but they never came back. We just know they are north." And Zagat turns and looks at you all, and you realize now that when she disguised herself, she didn't make herself 6'3". She made herself closer to like 5'4".
Impossibly tall.
Yes, impossibly tall for her. But so she has a few more conversations with people, and she heads back to you, and she says, "Well, it seems it is this way, and I think we should go head out there. I have asked some of the townsfolk to come and help us with carrying back the dead and the treasures, which we will find there. So real quick, Dinfa, I am going to change myself into a human, one that is not like this. I will change myself into a female."
All right. Starts wiping his nose. Devmin, pretend like you're casting enlarge reduce on me.
Davman looks up because we're not inside of them yet, right?
No.
That's why I'm speaking just to Devmin. Just pretend.
He makes some gestures that look wildly wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, I am now large.
And Zagat turns herself into a human-looking 4'1" female, and she says, "Okay, let's go. Let's go. Humans from Hamlet, you come with us. We need help carrying items back." And five or six
How far
people.
away is this encampment again?
They said not far. They said they could hear them partying last night.
So shouldn't we create a Kyber safe house here in the hamlet?
I worry if we
It should not be here.
split up. Here's my idea. I think we see where the ogres are, and then Idea and I set up 200, 300, 400 yards away, and keep your bodies safe. Obviously, if ogres charge us, you change what you are doing and come protect us.
Yes, we should.
It's a little closer than I would prefer.
Getting better and better.
But if it is the best choice.
Yes. Everyone, just do your best to be quiet as we walk. We do not want to
I look
alert.
over at Splinter. I'm like, don't worry.
Yeah.
We're not going to be taking any chances.
So, as your Kybers, I need you all to roll. Actually, except for John. John, you can roll as your controlled ream.
All right.
The stats will be the same. We're not going to mess around with making big changes here.
Fantastic.
You were in a human before. You're in a human now. Things will only change if you change races.
Okay.
Basically. So,
What check?
I need survival checks.
Okay. From the
From
Kybers.
the Kybers.
Everybody, yeah. Kybers, and you can go ahead and do a survival check from the Reams as well. We're looking for 15s.
Nat 20, baby.
Wow.
21 for
Wow.
Ibis.
21 for Charnak.
Hell yes.
A trail of blood and various pieces of dropped booty, and it's pretty clear that that there are two ogres that have been that were walking together. No sign of the kobolds that were mentioned by the human to Zagat.
Okay. I mean, are there any obvious like trail breaks where it seems like there'd be a place, or ridges we could potentially use to hide behind?
So you're heading. So the hamlet is built in a clearing.
Okay.
That is the farm, and you have to cross through the farm. And as you get to the edge, it's very thick forest that you're entering here. So thick that, with those survival checks, like, you can actually tell the trees that the ogres passed between broken branches, like small branches, but like it's the trees are 4 or 5 feet apart in a lot of places. So without knocking over trees, these ogres had to maybe even go sideways to to get through, and it's super easy to follow them.
Okay. And I suppose it might be easy to find a thicket where we could disguise, a space to put our kybers.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Can I grab a bag and off of my belt, and I say, "All right," and I go 10 feet from the thicket, and I start pouring caltrops.
I mean, caltrops on mud is like, it's just going to sink in, but do it, man. Do it. Do it. I love it.
I have another bag.
Okay. Okay. And everybody give me a quick history check.
21.
Excellent.
Number of the day.
Also 21. Man.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
100% you will all remember where these caltrops are when you come back through and not step on them accidentally.
We're all very smart and wise.
Yeah.
You are. You're all very smart and wise. There's a lot of bonuses. It's cool. Whatever. It's
Either way,
fine.
just good rolls.
Right,
Good rolls. Okay. So I'm going to have you do one more survival check. And this one is for you to figure out where they are set up, and how far away you are when you realize that.
Ugh. 7.
12.
Love it. Love
9.
it. Love it.
So on the one
the
that
variance
matters.
comes through finally.
So with that 12, Ibis, you sort of look around and realize that you are only about 200 feet away from something that is standing super, super still and is giant and is due north of you. And it does not see you. But what you see is it's definitely an ogre. It's got this like big bald head, and it has a chain that is like wrapped around its neck, almost like a muffler. And it's looped to another area that's like, now that you see it, it doesn't belong. Give me a perception check, Tim only, Ibis only.
12.
So it just, you can't tell what it is, but it's a big area that looks like someone tried to camouflage it.
Got it. Okay. I will, hey, everybody, stay quiet. We are very close.
I knew we were getting too close.
Yes, we must, perhaps we backtrack a little and then find a space quietly.
Okay. And give me your stealth checks.
Should have posted up at the Hamlet. Stupid.
And for me, it's still disadvantage for stealth, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Ibis got a 6.
Charnak got a 7.
Okay.
Got a 14.
Okay. So, Ibis, you see that as you are turning around, it's not so much you three. You are all like, you know what to do in these situations, but you kind of are the field marshals of this group, and you've got a drunk ass. What's the race of Busk?
Human.
So you got this drunk ass human that's like 6'6", who's fallen all over himself. You've got a stone man that is carrying carrying Dinfa, and also trying to keep this like almost like Mother Goose with the reams and training behind him, and
This is
they're
so
making a bunch of
stupid.
noise.
We should have. This is not protocol.
Yeah. And Zagat
Why did we
quickly
walk so close to danger?
Zagat quickly throws up a minor illusion, of a tree right in front of you all, and she says, "Now, just go now. Just go now. Just don't let them come to the forest. They won't come this way. Look, it's too overgrown, unless they think we are lying in wait. Just do what you must do."
Ebis runs to Davman.
Catch me, idea. Jump into his arms.
He holds you.
So Ebis does her almost fake scream thing and then sits down, leans against the tree, and then goes into Davman.
Okay. And
you're Charnak enters Splendor.
Okay. And Idir quickly lines the three of you up. And just like kind of leans over you. And then you see that all three of you basically disappear what looks like just under a giant rock. And you hear him say, "Everyone else, hide." And Zagat hides behind the rock and pulls out a wand and says, "You have it. Just those humans behind you. Let them see. Let them see that you have killed the ogres. Perhaps take a trophy or something."
Perhaps we just should have brought them back after we killed the ogres. Would have been quieter.
Well, they're on their way to come and collect treasure and to pick up their dead.
We better make sure there's treasure to collect instead of ourselves.
Is already sneaking off.
Okay. All right.
And this is where the caltrops are, yeah?
You have another bag, right?
No, damn it. I put it we found the place where the people were going to hide.
Oh, that's what you were doing?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought you were just doing it so that when someone comes out of the forest.
No. I found wherever the people are hiding, that's where I'm putting the caltrops.
Okay. You can put it around the rock.
All right.
Okay. All right. So
13 stealth.
Okay. I'm gonna get some rolls here.
9.
I'm trying to sneak around and get a clean shot at this ogre sentry.
19 stealth with disadvantage, baby.
From a great distance.
So I'm going to do the one here that has the best and is on lookout. I'm not going to let the other ones do this.
And I am not getting any closer than 130 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Mage Armor and then use my sorcery points to put my spell slot back.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So tell me how you're going toward this camp. Tell me what you're like. Are you coming in a line as a group, as like a small bunched up group, less than 10-foot radius?
I would assume.
Asking for a friend.
I think
we're fanning out.
I think we would fan out a little bit more, especially with the trees as dense as they are. I think it would make sense for us to be able to hide behind different trees as opposed to trying to triple stack behind.
Right. I would assume Gregor is heading toward the ogre, and the other two are kind of flanking out to the side, circling out to the side for ranged attack.
Yeah. So, and I will just say that that it's pretty good cover here, and so you're getting a +5 on your rolls here.
Okay.
And we are going to go ahead, and we're going to be an initiative. And I only do this because, well, you'll see in a second.
Because it's the rules of the game.
Well, because at least one of you
has been spotted.
Is likely to be spotted. Yes, depending on where you go in your
13.
Okay.
Oh shit! Natural 1.
Uh-oh.
I also got a natural 1, but I can't get a natural 1 because I'm a halfling.
That's very nice.
I'm gonna re-roll that. 7.
Okay. So here's the deal. We're starting initiative. Nothing happens. There's just you're seeing these people. You get a little closer and you realize that there are the camouflaged thing mass you thought was maybe like a tree fort. You realize it is on top of an ogre. It has been built almost like a backpack that has a small little fort up on top of it. And we get to Charnak, and it is yours. You have not been spotted, you do not think. Your movement can get you to 130 feet this turn. So I would just say that like you actually rolled before you got to 130 feet.
So I am seeing there's the one with the chain around his neck, and he's chained to this other ogre that has like a fort on his back.
Yes, the chain seems to stretch to this other ogre with a fort on its back. It's hard to tell like what role the chain is playing because it's not like around his neck like a dog collar or something. It just the chain is just physically wrapped around it.
I think it will be better to make them come to us rather than try to charge them. So I'm going to go ahead and take a shot.
Okay.
I am going to use bonus action to apply Hunter's Mark to the one with the chain.
Okay. And you will have advantage on this attack. It does not see you.
Okay.
Wait, what's the range on Hunter's Mark?
90 feet.
Okay. So you're only going to get to 130 or 120 feet this round. Unless you sprint or something.
Right. So you said I was 130 feet out?
So you with your movement this turn, you'll get to 130. So basically, like
okay.
I had you roll initiative before you got to 130 feet or 120 or whatever it was you said.
Okay. Then in that case, I am going to stay hidden and ready in action to shoot at the first thing that seems to notice and attack one of the party.
Okay. Great. Okay, next we have this guy, and he's moving around. I will let you all give me active perception checks since you're looking and you've noticed this camouflaged area.
22.
16.
19.
Okay. So for actually all of you, you see a kobold that is in that fort, and there's multiple heads there. You don't have a sense of how many there are, but there's certainly more than one. And you see that he has like heard something and he is looking out from this fort, but he's like actively looking. And he like raises up like he's going to cast something, but he does not cast anything. And Ibis, you're a 717, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you.
Okay. And how far away were we when we rolled initiative?
You can get to 120.
Okay.
On your turn.
And that's 120 from the closest thing that's there, yeah?
From the fort.
It's
from the
fort monster.
The fort ogre, yeah.
Any movement penalties on the density of the underbrush?
Not for you all. Likely will be for them.
So I think I'll move to 120, but stay behind cover. And I want to be like to the side of one of them, right? So like we're essentially like spreading out along that distance, I think. Not super far from each other, but behind trees or whatever cover we have. And then
Okay, before you do your action.
Uh-huh.
So you make your way through, you're staying in cover.
And remember, I'm a halfling, so I'm tiny.
And you're a halfling. So this is going to be under 3/4 cover, but this thing on the fort spots you and fires a firebolt at you. And that's 20, but you are going to have 3/4 cover, which is +5. Is that right?
Yeah.
To your AC?
So that will not hit.
Okay. All right. So this like firebolt shoots out
Barely, but not hit.
and it whizzes right past you, and it sets a very small fire in the brush behind you.
Okay. Sam, you look like you're going to say something.
Well, is that enough to trigger my ready to action?
Oh, sure. You can fire. And this guy, you see him, but he is again in super 3/4 cover. Like you're gonna have to really pop it off.
And with advantage, that's a 22.
20. Yep. Let's
Because
see
I'm
here.
attacking from hidden with advantage.
And you're within 150. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That just hits. So you see that your arrow actually hits a piece of wood that you didn't think was actually part of the fort, and it sort of like side swipes it, and it changes the direction of the arrow ever so slightly, and you hear it hit, and you hear a scream. Oh, I've been hit by an arrow.
And that will do 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
It's exactly what I expected an ogre complaining to sound like.
No, that's a kobold.
Oh, that's a kobold. Okay.
Yeah. And that was the one who just sent the firebolt out. So that's the big boy. I say big boy. He's the same size, but he's the guy who has more hit
powerful
points. Yes. Yeah. Okay. And go ahead, Ibis, finish your turn.
Okay. So I dodge that firebolt, or it misses me, however we want to present that. And seeing an arrow land in the kobold, the plan from throwing off our scent by using thaumaturgy now becomes, okay, we're already in attack mode, so I'm going to cast magic missile on the kobold that got hit.
Oh, wow. Okay. And that just hits.
Yes, that automatically hits.
Wait, let me see if it hits.
And we do this where I roll once and we multiply it by 3, right?
It's going to hit.
So I rolled a 3, so that's 12 damage.
Boom.
Damn. Okay. You hear him react again. He is definitely not dead, though.
Wow.
And then bonus action, you're going to have Ibis in your head, John.
Okay.
Just so you can, if we need to communicate.
Okay. Awesome.
Telepathic speech, baby.
And you hear Zagat from back behind the lines about 100 feet away, and she calls out to you all, and she says, "There seems to be more kobolds back here, back that way." And she like is pointing not exactly where you came, but sort of southwest of you.
Great.
And she says, "There will be easy for me to mop up." And
all right, you do that.
And John, it's you.
Okay. I was moving toward the ogres, but I'm still 120 feet away like everybody else.
Yeah, at the end of your turn here, I mean, you can move. Your movement will get you to 120 on this turn.
And which ogre am I closest to? The one with the fort on the back?
They're so close together that like
so it's all the same.
They're the same. They're the same.
Okay. And one was firing out of the back of the ogre. And they have attacked that one, so I'm going to come out of cover from behind the tree, and I'm going to fire at the kobold that's already been attacked.
Okay.
With my longbow. That's 22 to hit.
That fucking will hit, man. God damn.
And
he's got cover too.
Right?
Yeah, he's got a lot of cover.
And then I'm going to do my attack here with my D8. It's going to be 4 piercing.
And you hear him squeal, and he says, "They're killing me! They're killing my star!"
And then I'm going to go back behind full cover the tree, or 3/4, whatever you're going to give me.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you the 3/4.
Well, let me see. Can I move closer and then get behind cover?
No, because you're basically like your movement got you to 120.
I got you.
Like that's what you guys were all doing. I mean, I would have said you can start at 150.
Yeah.
You know,
that makes sense.
So, okay, so, you hear this like roar from below those kobolds, and this ogre turns toward you, and it totally obscures the fort. So he was looking away from you, and now the fort is sort of like leaning back. So it's almost impossible to see the fort, and certainly the kobolds that are there. And you see that this thing has a giant club and is holding the chain, and it turns and it just bellows out. And it's just this, I mean, it just rocks all the trees as a small wind makes it all the way to you. And it just like starts knocking trees over and making a path toward you. And it moves about 20 feet in your direction. It has got no cover right around it, but it's about half cover just because if you want to shoot, you're going to be shooting through trees to get it at. So it moves 15 more feet. It's 105 feet away from you all.
And am I picturing the fort correctly, like a basket that you would wear on your back and like drop apples into if you're picking them or something?
You got it. But it is made of wood, and it is a backpack.
Right.
Like you can see that it's made of like there's chains that are holding it on. And this ogre like releases the chain and sort of tosses it, and you can see when he tosses it, it starts to unwind from around the chain ogre's neck. So it flies around a couple of times, and that ogre turns around as well, and he is first, and so he turns around and is like moving behind this big fort ogre, and is swinging his chain in a circle, and is clipping trees and breaking growth around him as he goes behind him. And let's see here. When you, oh, it's not that guy. That guy's gone. And then let's see. Who hit him? It was Ibis. You are hiding behind a tree, 3/4 cover. I don't think this is going to make a goddamn bit of difference, but like I got to do it. You see one after the next, these kobolds could have climb up and out of the fort and onto the shoulders of the fort ogre, and they fire at you. This is with disadvantage, just because it's too far. That is 5.
Will not hit.
And that is a 4.
Nope.
And that is an 18. No, it's a 1. It's a
1. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 1. Sorry.
For sure will not hit.
And then they each one, as they climb up and fire from their sling, each one of them climb back into the basket. And let's see here. And Charnak, it is your turn.
Okay. So we've got the dude with the fort on his back.
Yep.
Charging forward. What happened to the guy with the chain?
He's right behind that guy.
He's right behind.
And he's sort of swinging his chain around, and he's taking out branches from the sides as he goes.
And how far away from me are they at this point?
105 feet at this point. From the front one. So the 105, the other guy's 15 feet behind him. So, or 10 feet behind him. So
Can I see the kobold that still has an arrow sticking out of him?
No.
Okay.
Cannot see him at all.
I can really just see ogres at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you see that the basket fort type thing is like it's the reason why you could see it so well is because he was facing away from you and the fort was facing out. And now the fort is facing back.
So I am going to move out to about 130 feet again.
Okay.
I'm just sort of backing up and keeping the same range. And I am going to fire at the big ogre.
Okay.
That is, I do not have advantage. That is a 21.
Well, I think that's for sure going to hit this guy. Yes. And you realize that even though it's being covered, like it hits and you hear metal and your arrow goes into the metal, sort of mid shot and it's like penetrated his armor.
All right. And that is 4 piercing. Roll the 1 on that. But I'm also going to use my favored foe ability.
Okay.
To mark this guy and do an additional 1d4.
Okay.
For all of my attacks on him for the next minute.
Wow, that's great.
So we're adding 4.
Hell yeah.
So that's 8 total on him.
Okay, great. Okay. And then the sorcerer pops his head up as he climbs up and over the dude here, and let's see here. What's the range on this? How far away are you?
Me?
Yeah.
130.
Fuck. All right.
I'm fast too. He ain't gonna catch me.
Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna go at Wint. It's gonna go at you, Dinfa.
All right.
Now he gets advantage on this attack roll, but you still have the +5 for thing. So what's that give you your AC?
22.
Jeez. Okay. So he's got +6. So basically he just gets +1. Wait, so what's your AC? Your normal AC?
17.
17. So he's got +1. So he's got to get a 16 or better on these. Let me get them here. Oh shit, but he has advantage. That's 1. Okay. That's 2. That's one of them's going to hit. And okay. So he pops up and he casts something, and you see these 3 little spears of fire, which he grabs from the air and tosses them straight down at you. And the first one hits the tree and it is on fire. And the next 2 course in and hit you right in the chest. And you are going to take 10 damage as 2 of these fiery, scorching rays hit you.
Ouch.
And he climbs back in the basket and hides.
Second level spells at me. Come on.
Yep. He's you guys have fucked him up though. Come on. Don't be like that. And it is you, Ibis.
Okay, so I can't see that guy again, right?
He's hiding again. Yeah.
He's hiding again. Okay, and the ogre that's carrying the fort, you said is 105 feet?
105, yeah.
Okay,
yep.
So he only moved 15 feet closer.
But he looks like he's in his groove and is like going to be faster this time as he knocks trees down with the aid of his buddy.
Right.
I keep forgetting we don't have to take the hide action to just step behind a tree.
That's right. You don't have to take the hide action.
No, but Tom's giving us 3/4 cover basically the whole time. So,
yeah.
But you know what's better than 3/4 cover?
Total cover?
0. 0 cannot see.
Full cover.
Full cover. Yes.
Total obscurement.
Man, I want to cast something other than Magic Missile, but everything I have to be so much closer.
And you can't see him. You can't cast magic missile at someone you can't see, right?
Correct. I have.
Okay.
It's a target that I can see.
How many spell slots you got, man?
I mean, I have 2 left. So I'm not trying to burn them. I'm trying to get close and then play with some other stuff. You said the tree next to Gregor is lighting
burning.
on fire. It's okay. And he's within 60 feet of me, right?
Yes, he is within 60 feet of you for sure.
Is that fire? I guess that fire would be, danger of spreading or hurting Gregor.
It's not hurting Gregor yet. I mean, if he stays behind this tree, he'll need to move from the tree. The way I'll handle the forest fires is everywhere the fire starts, it's going to spread in a 5-foot radius each turn, and you just don't want to end your turn in the fire. Starting your turn is not going to affect you negatively.
I'm going to use control flames and put that fire out.
Oh, smart.
And then I'm going to make my way 30 feet closer and find a place where I have hopefully complete cover unless they come around the side.
Yeah. You will have cover from the kobolds only because they're coming out the front, the top, and they're not looking at you. So you're not hidden, but they're coming out straight toward right. Wind.
So I'd put like a tree between me and them, basically.
Gotcha.
And I'm a halfling, so very easy to use.
And Zagat calls out, just 2 more kobolds dead. And John, it's you. Fire is out.
All right. I'm going to just peer around and see the ogre coming at me.
Yep.
And fire at that one with the longbow.
Okay.
All right, here we go. And does that one still have half cover to me, or has it knocked down enough to where it doesn't matter?
I mean, it's right in front. I mean, you're still... I mean, I'm going to say there's no more cover for him at 60 feet, but you're still shooting between trees. So he's going to get a +2 on this, not 3/4, but he's going to get a half cover here.
14.
That's a miss.
Yeah.
That's a miss. Barely.
And you said
move
60,
back, Dean, for
60 feet out.
Serpentine.
What's that?
You said the ogre is 60 feet out?
No. He is currently 105 feet out.
Okay, but heading right at me.
Heading right at you. Once he gets within 60 feet of you, he will not have the half cover from the tree growth.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to. Okay, I'm gonna move. Sucks. I'm more effective in close combat.
Do what you got to do,
but
man.
I don't want him to get the first attack. All right, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. And this time he gets 30 feet. He is really picking up the pace here, just really knocking trees down, and right behind him, clearing even more space, is the guy wielding this chain helicopter. So he is now 85 feet. Wait, did you say you moved backwards?
I'm going to stay there.
Okay. So he's now 85 feet away from you. And the other one is right behind him.
Right.
And the 3 slinger kobolds pop up, and let's see here. Let me roll for them. They're going to try to hit. They're going to try to hit you, John. All right. The first one, what's your AC?
You said I still have 3/4, yeah?
Yeah, I still have 3/4. What's your AC?
22.
Okay. All right. That's going to be a miss. That's a miss. And that's a miss. Okay. And they all, in turn, get back in and hide in the basket. And Charnak, it's you.
continuing to shoot the charging ogre.
Okay.
26.
That will hit for sure.
And that is 4 piercing.
Get your D4 too, right?
3, so 7 total.
Okay. All right.
Enough to bring down any foe that could reasonably be sent at level 2 characters.
I guess. You have a lot of advantages here.
And I'm continuing to maintain my distance of about 130 feet.
So you were at 130 as 100, so you can go back exactly to 130 feet again with your movement.
My speed is 35.
Oh, sorry. Apologize. Okay. And the sorcerer comes out.
Oh, yeah, my speed is 25.
These little fire spears appear.
Oh, dang.
And he again has advantage. That's a crit, so he's gonna have that's 46 on you, and then he's gonna roll again.
On who?
That's another crit.
Oh, geez.
And he has one more. Okay, so you're gonna have 8d6 hitting you.
Who?
You, Dinfa.
Jesus Christ.
Good, I thought you were looking at me.
No.
Do you have anything that can mitigate?
Nothing.
No, because we're level 2.
Okay, here, I got a lot of dice. Oh,
Doesn't
man.
your amulet have shield in it? That doesn't help you.
Not with a crit.
Not with the
No.
crit, it doesn't.
Okay.
Damn it.
Are you ready? How many hit points do you have left? I'm asking for a friend.
27.
25 damage, my man.
Now, I will remind you, we did buy healing potions before we went on the previous mission.
Damage.
That's bullshit.
And they're greater healing potions. But I don't know who I have some, but I don't know if you had them on Reese or if they were handed off or what happened.
I have them.
Yeah. Wow. And he like sees that he is like, I mean, he's gotten you in the face. Like he hit you in the face. Your hair's now on fire. And he like takes a second and goes, he's still not dead. This is not a second level character I'm up against. And he hides back on the basket. And it is you, Ibis.
Okay.
And he's out of second level spells.
Not that we would know that. So I moved up my 25 feet. He was at 105, so that puts me at 80 feet away, right?
Yep.
And then I can move. And then he moved up again, right?
He is now, yes. So he's actually at 55 feet from you.
55. Now. Okay. So perfect. I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the ogre.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
So that is a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, he's terrible at this. Oh boy, he's really bad at this.
Or he will take, not great rolls, 9 psychic damage and have to run away with his reaction as fast as he can.
He fails, and he's running away from you.
Correct.
And so
sort of towards me.
No, I mean it's actually
like we're
like
on like
sideways.
We're like imagine like, it's a pizza from, he's the point of the pizza and we're the crust of the pizza.
But as he turns, he is terrified. And he turns and he is not taking care of his fort. And you can see that the kobolds are completely exposed as he's running away from you all.
Mm-hmm.
And
also there's an ogre swinging a chain right behind him.
And now that ogre is like super, super clear to you. And John, it's you.
All right. I take that.
How far away did his speed is 30 feet?
So he actually
Or it doesn't
normally
move?
moves 45.
Okay.
He did have to change his direction here. So he has only moved
starts
20 feet
slow
away from
again.
you. Yeah.
Got it. So he's smashing down trees, so it's
Yes.
difficult
Yeah.
terrain or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how far away is the ogre?
From you, he is he's now about 90 feet away.
90 feet.
Yeah.
So if I run, I'm still within 120.
Oh yeah.
But
Running
I'm gonna
away,
do it-
you mean?
yeah, I'm going to run
Yeah.
the opposite direction. While I'm running, I'm going to take a greater healing potion, which should be 44 plus 4.
Yep.
Man, this is where you can pin that fucking you can see that kobold now.
You can see him. You can see him.
Drink
There's
the
no guarantee
potion.
it's the action is an action is either shoot him or drink the potion.
Yeah,
I got it. I got it.
Charnak says drink the potion.
I say shoot that motherfucker in the face.
I can also I have second wind. I can second wind
Yeah,
and then shoot. It's a bonus
yeah.
action. I was going to take a potion in second wind and then attack later.
He won't be turned around again later. But you do you.
That's true. That's true. You could take 2 shots. You could kill 2 kobolds here.
I'm not taking 2 shots. I'm taking 1.
One kobold for
you've
every
got
hit
action
point.
surge too, right?
I do, but we still got 2 ogres.
That's still potion shot.
Oh, I like
Second
how Tim
wind.
thinks. Don't listen to Charnak. Charnak is he's a listen. A69 was not built by cautious men.
Well, I'm fucking close to this thing. I'm probably gonna. I mean, if I shoot the thing and I miss, then I'm going down. But we do have an opportunity. I'm going to shoot the sorcerer.
Okay.
That is an 8.
Okay. Let me look. It's gonna miss, but it's not gonna miss by a lot.
And then I'm going to second wind. So I'm going to add
Okay.
6.
Wait, you're going to add 8, right? Because isn't it plus your fighter
Is
level?
it plus con?
Plus your
plus
fighter
No,
level.
it's your fighter level.
Oh, fighter level. So yeah, I'm going to add 8.
And then
Then
just
what
move
happens?
behind a tree.
And then, well, that's what I'm going to try to do. But I don't know if Tom will give me full cover. He's been giving me 3/4.
Yeah. What happens next?
Action
so-
surge, shoot again.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
No, action surge, drink a potion.
Action surge and shoot again.
I'm going to run the opposite direction 30 feet.
Action surge and dash away.
I'm gonna if I go into the behind a tree and into a brush and just duck down, can I have full cover?
I mean, no. You're gonna get 3/4 cover. These are pine trees. It's really hard to see you, but but they could still see you. You know, like you're. Now you could action surge and hide. You know, but you don't want to do that. You want to action surge and shoot and keep your 3/4 cover.
Mm-hmm.
What's the chances of another crit on you? That's the only way they can hit you.
Very high for me, and very high that I will miss. And my action surge is gone, and it's just the worst.
It's gone? I thought you haven't used it yet.
No,
No,
I
he's
mean
saying
after.
Should he pursue this reckless course of action that we are all
I see.
endorsing?
I see.
I'm gonna action surge, drink the potion,
Okay. That's
and
smart.
hide.
That's smart. Not
And then,
hide, but duck.
40, not hide, but get the 3/4 cover. 44 plus 4.
Yeah.
All right, so another 13
Perfect.
on top of that.
I'm not mad about that. That's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
The main thing is that Gregor has to be kept alive. So I did what I
So-
could,
That's important, contractually speaking.
contractually speaking.
So this ogre knows the direction that thing came from, and wheels around. This is the one with the fort on its back. Wheels
thing?
around
That thing?
that thing and begins sprinting and gets the full 45 feet plus knocking some trees down. And so it's 40 feet away from you, Ibis, when it finishes its turn here. And then the chain ogre sort of like splits off and is heading south toward what's his face, Charnak. And he is moving at his full speed, and he is clearing a pretty wide swath of trees around him as he swings this massive chain. It looks like it will hurt a lot if you get hit by this chain. And he ends up 100 feet away from you at the end of his movement here. And
so Fort Boy didn't take any damage from the swinging chain of the other guy.
No, he didn't hit it. He did.
Okay.
He did. He missed him with that. And then the kobolds, though, they do not have full cover anymore from you, Charnak. You can see them in profile, and they climb up and over, and they sling at the noble who has just run that direction. The ogre is going for Ibis, but this one is going for Dinfa. These three guys are going for Dinfa. Now they have disadvantage, and they're just not good at this. Oops. Okay, that's gonna miss. That's gonna miss, and that will miss. And they climb back in. They only have 3/4 cover now, though.
Charnak continues to move back and maintain 130 feet. I mean, the guy with the fort on his back is still closer. All right.
No, actually, the guy with the fort on his back is now, he's now probably 110 feet away from you before you move. The chain ogre is now closer to you. It's about 100. They've sort of split. So one's heading toward you, and the other one are heading.
I'm going to move to maintain 130 feet from the fort ogre.
Okay.
And I am going to, having learned a lesson, but possibly the wrong lesson, ready an attack for the kobold sorcerer when he pops his head up.
Smart. The kobold sorcerer begins to climb up and out, half cover.
Not half cover from me, though.
Half cover for you because you're shooting through 120 feet of trees, not 3/4 cover. Just +2 to his AC.
24.
You hit him.
Nice.
11 piercing damage.
He climbs up, and before he clears the fort to look for his new mark, you get him right in the throat, and he falls off the fort.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Get rid of that son of a bitch.
All right, he's done.
Dean 5 saved you from more scorching rays. I'm sure that he had many more spell slots remaining.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. And it is now you, Ibis.
Okay.
40 or 50. Did I say 55 feet away from you?
I thought you said he was 40 feet away from
40
me because
feet,
he
40
ran
feet.
away and then ran back.
That's right.
But he only ran 25 feet away and knocked the trees down. So then he would have had to encounter trees either way.
Yeah.
The question is, do I want to use my last spell slot to make him run away again or try something else? Can I see any of the other kobolds?
You can't, because now he's bearing down straight toward you.
Right, he's straight on me. Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to cast Mind Sliver on him, which is a DC 13 intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, also good for those ogres.
I mean, I'll just tell you, he barely has enough intelligence to be scared by dissonant whispers.
Right.
So this is not so good. Okay.
Well, it's only 2 psychic damage, but it'll be 1d4 off a save if he doesn't save.
Okay. So, yeah, he's going to take the damage. He'll take the full damage.
And then I am going to start kiting him.
Okay.
And move 25 feet. And I'll move sort of on a line toward Dinfa. I know
Okay.
I moved up ahead, so I'm probably a couple turns away from him, but I'll move. I guess Charnak is far enough away. If I move toward Dinfa, does that cut off his angle?
Explain.
So am I turning the ogre back toward Charnak if I run toward Dinfa? I think I am. Or am I turning him more so it's back so Charnak can see the back of him?
He'll have at least one more round where he can see the back of him. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll run toward Dinfa then.
Okay. All right. And Zagat calls out. She says, 5 more. Kobold's dead. I don't see any more kobolds back here.
There are plenty up here. On ogres.
Don't worry, we're bringing them to you.
Shall I abandon this? Shall I abandon the? Oh, right, you're moving back, Sam. You're almost back to the reams and the rock.
Great.
Stuck between a ream and a rock place.
A ream and a rock place. Okay, and John, it's you.
Okay. The Davman is heading towards me. The ogre is how far away now?
So he's about 75 feet away from you now.
75 feet away.
And there's still plenty of trees in the way, so he's
saw
going.
the sorcerer pop out.
Yeah, and you saw him fall down. He's on the
fall
ground
out
now.
Dead. Okay.
Charnak threw him on
then
the
you
ground.
said there are kobolds still on the back of the thing, or they've jumped out the back and started slinging things at me?
Well, they climbed up, slung at you, and climbed back in.
Okay. All right. All right. Same deal. He said he's 75 feet?
He's 75 feet, yep. Now you can move up 15 feet, and you will
right.
have...
Right. That's why I'm asking.
Mm-hmm. No more cover, but it's just +2. He's just half cover.
So I'm gonna.
Oh no, it's +2 until you get to 60 feet. Yes,
right.
Sorry.
I'm gonna fire, and then I'm gonna move up 15 feet. Fire.
You don't want to fight. You don't want to move up 15 feet first and then fire. Then you'll get.
So if I'm 15 feet, there is no +2.
There's no more +2.
I move up. Okay, got it.
That's right.
I'm gonna move up 15 feet. I mean, not like it matters. I've been rolling so low. It's so stupid. Come on.
What are you doing? Don't get closer to the ogres.
It's a 12.
It's gonna miss. Sorry.
Yep. Stupid.
Really close, but it misses. Okay, so you're 60 feet away. Do you want to head back to 75 feet?
No.
Okay. I'm guessing you're ducking behind a tree or something?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This guy is barreling toward you, and he finishes his turn. He goes 45 feet. He finishes his turn. It looks like within club's range of you now. This giant club that he's carrying.
All right.
And the chain ogre.
Wait, how far did he move?
So he moved 45 feet that time. He's sprinting.
Even though, okay, so he's dashing and
he's
knocking
dashing
down the trees.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yep. So he's 15 feet away from you, and like I said, his club is about 15 feet long. Like it looks like, or about 10 feet long, but it looks like with his arm extended, he might be able to hit you from where he is.
All right.
And chain ogre is moving, sprinting with his chain flying around, and he is now 90 feet away from you, Charnak.
All right.
The kobolds climb up and they see you. You're still on 3/4 cover because you're behind this tree.
Mm-hmm.
But they no longer have disadvantage because they are within 30 feet of you.
All right.
And so these are straight rolls on their slings. The first one gets a 12.
Mm-hmm.
Second one gets a 12. The third one gets a 21.
Those all miss.
It's even a 21 misses?
With
My
cover.
AC is a 22.
God damn it. All right. so they climb back down to the thing. Charnak, you can see them doing this. They're climbing up, hiding back in. You can see that they're now up on Dinfa. And Charnak, it is your turn.
I'm going to shoot the ogre again.
The fort ogre?
The fort ogre. 26.
Definitely hits.
8 piercing total.
Okay.
That's 2 plus 3 plus my 1d4.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move to be 125 feet away from the chain ogre that is now chasing me.
Okay. All right. So I'm not going to lie. This guy is he's messed up. He's messed up, but
wait, let me ask one more question. Can I, like, I'm coming back towards the reams. Can I angle away from that?
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
But you see that Zagat is super close now, and she has moved toward you. Okay.
Got it.
All right. And it is now you, Tim. Ibis's turn.
Okay. And I can't see any of the kobolds on the ogre's back.
You cannot. No.
Okay. Do I use my spell slot or not? And how far away is it from me?
It is now, you move 25 feet, so it's now 75 feet away from you.
No, I moved toward Dinfa.
Right. So you're still within 60 feet of it.
Right. Okay.
And it moved up close to you.
I thought it was chasing me, and it's now within club range. I thought that's what you said.
Of Dinfa, not of
Dinfa.
You.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to use Acid Splash. I would love to hit a kobold too, but that's not going to work because I can't see it.
Okay.
So that is a DC 13 dex save minus a 1d4.
Okay. All right. Dex also is terrible.
4 acid damage on a fail.
All right.
And I'll roll the 1d4 if you want.
Yep. I love
Probably
it.
not necessary.
That's a 3.
-4.
That's a -1. Okay.
So it takes 4 acid damage.
Okay.
Fort Ogre does.
All right. He's looking super hurt.
And then I'm going to move not straight toward Dinfa, but to give myself, 15 feet of padding. So sort of tangential.
Okay.
But I'll move my 25 feet and tuck behind whatever tree I can for as much cover as I can get.
Okay. Zagat moves from the rock, going straight toward the chain ogre, and begins to cast something. And it's going to be, let's see here. Saving throw. You see this like gray-black ray come out from her finger, and she shoots at the chain ogre, and it hits him, and he just starts to look like he's just getting like drained. He's gonna take a lot, maybe.
Woo!
So you see he just gets drained. He looks like he's losing his energy just minute by minute. And you can see that there's a ray that is connecting between her hand and him. And he has taken 21 damage. And he seems to be slowing down.
Excellent.
Okay. And John, it's you.
All right. I'm whipping out from behind the tree, moving in to the ogre with my glaive, and making an attack.
All right.
24.
Woo!
That's a big hit.
All right. And then it's going to be 10 slashing.
That's so close.
close.
All right, and then I'm going to make
So
another attack.
close.
Bonus action, butt end of my glaive.
Okay.
20.
20's going to hit.
All right, and then 7 bludgeoning damage.
You even get your strength bonus on this?
Yeah.
Tell me how this thing gets brought down. Now, there's still kobolds on his back, but so tell me what happens here.
So I come in and I come in with the glaive and I slash across his belly, and as he bends over, I uppercut him in the face with the butt end and hopefully get him to fall backwards on top of the kobolds.
They're jumping off as he's heading down, but it crushes the fort.
All right.
And you've got 3 kobolds on the ground holding slings.
How far away are they?
10 feet away from you, 15 feet away from you.
I'm going to tear off another 15 feet into the brush.
Okay.
Man,
all right.
if only
Away
you
from
had
the
an
kobold.
action surge.
I fucking hate you.
You don't have anything. You don't have the fighting style that gives you another attack when you knock somebody out, right?
No, I didn't
Okay.
do great weapon fighting.
Just making sure.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right.
He
Excellent.
wanted to
did,
get
he
rid
did
of
some
an ogre.
okay weapon fighting.
Yeah.
Some good weapon fighting.
Just
we'll
good
say.
weapon fighting. Decent
All
weapon
right.
fighting.
Chain Brute is
By the
slowing.
way, ogre absolutely porcupined with arrows.
Yeah,
You know, just-
yeah. And this guy is still moving, and he ends his turn about 30 feet away from Zagat.
Zagat really got up there, huh?
Yes, she moved real fast. And it is the kobold's turn. They saw you bolting, and they pull out their short swords, and they sprint toward you, and they are now surrounding you. But they end their turn without attacking because they had to sprint. And Charnak, it's you.
All right, Zagat, you take care of this one.
I have it. No
And
problems.
I'm going to run over to put myself in range of the kobolds.
Okay.
And I am going to take a shot at one.
All right.
26.
That is a hit.
Awesome.
That is 11 piercing damage.
One of them goes down.
Mm.
Dead. Okay. And Ibis, it's you.
And let's see. So they are what, like 35, 40 feet away from me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will. And how close are they to each other?
They're right up on Dinfa.
And
So
so there's 2 of them next to each other.
Two of them
Yeah.
left. Yeah.
So I'll use Acid Splash again, and this time I will get 2 of them.
Awesome.
So that will be a DC 13 deck save, or they take 4 acid damage.
So
each.
close, man. They got 5 hit points.
They're pretty dexterous, too. Though,
They are
probably.
dexterous.
Yeah, they
This is
probably
their
are.
thing. This is their thing. 5, 6. They
Whoa,
both take
wow.
the full 4, but they're both still
Oh
alive.
my gosh! Now we've really set up Dinfa to really show off. here.
and then I yell out very loudly, almost too loudly. I'd use thaumaturgy if it was an action.
Uh-huh.
I'd say, "Get them, Gregor!
Yeah.
Gregor went save the town from the ogres and the kobolds."
I'll let you
display
get
your prowess,
the
Gregor.
thaumaturgy off. Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right.
For God's sake, don't miss.
See, I think for
And-
Ibis, that was like the perfect hit. It was like literally like the setup.
Yeah.
Here's
yeah.
the set. You go spike it. You know.
And it's you again, John.
All right. So I'm gonna pop back out. Right.
I mean,
after
they're up on you. They're up.
Okay,
on you,
they're
so-
right up. I'm going to pop out, and I'm going to use my glaive to attack one of the kobolds.
Oh, I thought you were going to
13.
run away.
Aha.
Oh. Let's see. That hits.
All right.
Don't roll the
And-
damage. Don't be a jerk.
All right. I don't have to because that one's dead.
Dropped.
And then I'm going to do the next one with the butt end.
Okay.
13.
Also hits. Pop, pop.
Chop, smash.
I say,
Exploded.
I say,
He popped out. Popped off.
Olga Bane. Oh God, Cobalt Bane, Gregor went.
And let's see here. Let me make sure she can do this
You
again.
can't claim all the Banes.
And I just need to make sure. Yes. And Zaga gets to roll this damage again.
I'm out here doing all the work, and he's down there claiming Banes.
It's another 11 damage, and looks like it's just really, it looks like health should be flowing to her, but she just doesn't even need it. And
like an old sweet song, that Ray just keeps doing its work.
That's right. And the ogre is up within a range, and it swings its giant chain at her, and it's gonna smash it down at her, and that will miss. Okay, but it is up on her now, and Kobold's dead. Charnak, it's your turn.
Gonna aim high with that chain ogre.
Okay.
First, I'm gonna move as far away from it as I can.
Okay.
Ooh, first bad roll is a 10.
That's barely a miss.
Natural armor.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
And then it is you, Ibis.
Okay, how far is that one? I'll move 25 feet toward it.
You can be within range. I want to say it's probably 80 feet away from you now.
Okay. After I move?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really have anything. I don't want to use my last magic missile since we have this under control.
And all your other stuff is 60 feet?
It's all 60.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
No, that's fine. Maybe I'll just dash.
Okay.
Move another 25.
Okay. So you're within 65 then. Or 55.
55 feet, yeah.
Okay. And Zagat is going to do it again. And innervation for the win. And this ogre is like, it takes one big chain smash at her. She just steps aside. It hits the ground next to her, and she uses her fingers in this like come hither motion, just the two middle ones, and then you can see that like his whole body turns white and he just slumps down on the ground, and she steps out of the way again, and she says,
"That's a fifth level spell."
Yes, it's a 5th level spell. And she has 2 of them. And
why are we even working here?
and she says, okay, the humans did not see me do this. Come take this head, and let's get back to the Hamlet.
I've got it. Is the head already off, or do I chop it off?
You can chop it off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
chop it
Actually, give me an attack roll, and I need you to do. It's not moving, so it's a 10.
Prone, so you get advantage.
It's a 10 to hit. No advantage, and
no advantage.
But you need to do at least 8 damage to it.
Okay. 13.
13 hits.
It's a good swing.
Hey.
You play some minor league ball?
Does it count as a crit since it's dead?
5 slashing damage.
Oh,
yeah,
man, the first hit doesn't do it.
Hey.
Chop.
God damn it. All right, the humans are coming. Don't let them see that you're attacking it while it's on the ground.
Just one more time. 7. Shit. Just do it. You do it.
Get in the back of the head.
Wait, advantage. He's prone.
And the humans are there, and you think you might be able to rip the head off with a strength check, DC 13. You think you've cut through it enough.
Strength check.
All right,
here we go. 14.
It sticks, and it comes loose. And the humans are grossed out by this scene, but they're super happy, and they head over toward where the encampment was made, and they begin collecting things. And one of them comes over to you and says, "Oh, are you the Baron's son?"
That is I. I'm the protector.
Well, it's a lot more than they've ever done for us. Everyone's just like, not in our jurisdiction. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome.
That was a great, like, Alan Rickman milk voice.
And there's no
Now
fires
stop,
left
Paul.
on. Your Kybers are safely under Idea, and the reams are helping the humans pick up the pieces and the treasure. And we'll get to this next episode. This is where we're going to end episode 7.
And through this experience, we've gained a level.
No, that's not true. Absolutely not. I need to see you use your stuff a little bit more. I mean, I don't think you could have handled that without Zagat.
No.
Maybe. I mean, we had them all.
We had it.
We had
That guy
because we were all
couldn't catch
kiting
me.
the chain one.
You
It
had
would have
it.
taken a few more rounds.
It would have
We
taken
would've
a
had
few
it.
rounds.
It's true. It's true.
It would have
You
been a
had it.
slow.
No
It would have been a
big deal.
grind.
I had
Even
more
another
healing
half
potions.
an hour, we would have been fine. A podcast time.
We would have kited him all the way back to Orgrimmar. That was just
everybody,
for Tim.
thanks for coming by. And it's fun to see what these like maxed characters can do. We'll see if they get the voices down soon enough, though.
If that's something they want, maybe it's not.
And it's not going to be Dinfa next time in Gregor Went. I'm just going to tell you that much.
But what do you mean?
So
Depart
awesome.
by the beach. Boy, depart by the beach, boy. Samson Simpson, I stick to my story.
All right. Looking forward to it next time,
The
everybody.
ever-changing escapades of Gregor Wentz voice.
So crazy. I love it.
All right. Thanks for coming by, everybody.
Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for coming by.
Market,